10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hail the Knights of the Gimmick Table, where we spit the truth at the infamous round table and your feelings get left at the door. I am Boogaloo. This is LowRyda. And that is Kaide Lothbrok, the artist formerly known as Stockade.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Thank y'all for tuning in. Before we get started with our second episode of the day, let's pay some bills.
All right. Go ahead, Stockade.
Sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
If you're an athlete, if you're athletic, if you work out, Sleeves the product for you, man. They got the arm sleeves, they got the headbands, they got Boogaloo's favorite, the dirty boxers with that elephant trunk.
Rosie O'Donnell likes the dirty boxers too.
Hey, look, Missy may like them on you too, from what we understand last show.
Hey,
but definitely get your sleeves, man. Code MWA Pod.
Don't forget about those
10% discount.
Also,
that's mega special.
Yeah, the dick sleeve. That one. It's an arm sleeve, but it can be used as a dick sleeve also.
Yes.
Also, healthy vaping alternatives. All their products are nicotine free, and they have no harmful or addictive chemicals. I repeat, no nicotine. And make sure you pick yourself up some of their vape and pod products using our code MWA Pod and get that 10% discount, guys.
All right.
Also,
all right, man.
Follow us, like us, subscribe to us, Twitter and Instagram, MWA World, and on all other podcast platforms and YouTube, MWA Podcast Network. Also on Twitch, if you're not watching it there, twitch.tv/MWA World. And yeah, make sure if y'all follow us on Twitch, subscribe, send us those bills. Help us
trying to get paid, man. We're trying to get paid.
Yeah, speaking of bills, we got bills to pay.
We tired of being some broke neighbors, And also jump on storefrontier.com/MWA World, where you can purchase yourself one of these super dope Knights of the Gimmick Table shirts. Yeah. Support your boys, and all the other shows on the MWA Podcast Network, like
Shooting the Shit Uncensored with Pierce Austin.
Killing the business with
Killing the business.
and Angel.
Yeah.
Yes, with those two kings. But yeah, without further ado, we got two guests on today with us.
Yeah, man.
Good. Hype them up there.
Yeah, man, these are the Dawsons, man. I met these guys about 2 years ago. These are two badass cats from down south, the Carolinas.
Okay.
Dude, these guys are as old school and as real as it gets, man. We hit it off as soon as we met. These guys are fucking the real deal.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
Where in the Carolinas are you guys from?
North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh, okay, so you probably know my boy, Scotty Matthews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's our boy. You know Bounty Hunter too?
Yeah.
That's our dude. That's
speaking my language now.
Those are our brothers right there. That's part of our crew.
I love them guys. We came up wrestling them guys, man. They're great. They're great guys. That's awesome.
Matter of fact, Kenny does a show with us on our other show. What is it called, Chung?
No Holds Barred Sports Show. On we do that on Tuesday nights. Where we just only talk sports. We don't do any
bullshit wrestling.
No wrestling talk.
That's
Everybody does
dope. That's
wrestling.
dope. Small world, man.
Yeah,
Small
yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever wrestle for Bernard Goins?
Man, what was his company, dude?
Bro,
He did. He did.
if you didn't wrestle, you probably heard of it. It's like he would book people and there'd be nobody there. It'd be like you wrestling
empty arena.
empty arena.
That's pretty much everybody. Oh, I know who you're talking
And
about.
he would
Nah,
pay
we
people.
never-
He would pay people extra
Nah, we
money if they
never-
wore speedos.
Bro,
No, we
yeah.
never were. I know exactly who you're talking about. We never worked with them. Ain't nobody paying us that shit.
He started doing like little people shows after
Oh,
a
no
while,
shit.
didn't it? Yeah, something like that. He got into all kinds of stuff.
Wow. Yeah. He would. We worked for him for a little bit, and he really wanted my brother to try on them speedos.
Did
You
you do
wore
it?
him though. No, Chum wore him.
Hell
didn't do
no, I
it?
ain't wearing no fucking.
Hey, he wore him
Speedos,
and
bitch.
he put him on. He put him on backwards.
Get the fuck out of here.
See, I don't think anybody ever approached us like that because we was ugly as hell. They never
Man, I'll tell you that.
Look at me,
like,
man.
Hey, yeah.
Nah, but I saw like Nick Burke did it and Z-Bar
And the
and Scotty
Uni
Matthews did.
Uni Brown Matt Striker did it too.
Oh shit. We
That's
did get
crazy.
approached by a promoter years ago that was like, everybody on my shows has to wrestle with their shirts off. And we was like, what? Man, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, that was the only real, but we shut that shit down immediately.
Yeah.
How long have
Oh,
y'all
man.
been working, guys?
Man, like 18 years.
Oh,
Okay.
A long time, man. It's kind of embarrassing because we should be, I mean, in my opinion, we should be further along than we are. But I mean, everybody is more critical about themselves. But you know what I mean?
That's how
we've been
feel.
around the block. So.
Right.
So you guys
Okay.
been a tag team the whole time? Like, so you guys are Shoot Brothers, right?
Yeah, we're actually shoot twin brothers.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that. Oh shit!
Yeah,
All right.
we've been trying to not look the same for
The only twins did not do the gimmick.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real, right?
Well, we still now we do. We've been doing obviously the twin gimmick. We just one of us has hair and a mustache, and the other one don't.
We just don't do
Right.
the spots for it. Yeah.
But we've done
Yeah.
the whole singles thing, and
Roll out,
turn
pull
on
the
each
gimmick.
other. That whole deal.
It's
okay.
not turn
we
on
did-
each
we did
other.
all
He
that.
turns on me most of the time, and then
Yeah.
we do that whole deal.
Well, when I first met you guys up with Modern Vintage, or whatever the hell the damn company, I didn't with 8 different names. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, you were doing. I mean, you guys were teaming with him, but you guys were both doing singles with the Brody thing, right?
Yeah, he put
Yeah,
us
it
in
was-
like a separate kind of thing, but he would have us like doing tag and singles. Because I remember, we all did the Brody Cup together, man. That was a crazy
It
night.
was-
So that
It
was,
was real
that's
weird.
one of my favorite fucking stories, bro. Dreamer still brings that up to me when I see him.
Does he?
Yeah.
I can't forget the way he looked at me in the ring. So let me go ahead and tell.
Well, you gotta tell the story where we're all sitting in Gorilla and Dreamer talks about working Kali, and this motherfucker's like, "Oh yeah, you know."
So are we telling the story now?
No, bro,
or-
we don't
tell
hold
it,
shit back.
Yeah.
Listen, the only thing we ask is y'all do not drop the N bomb. Or
we don't, man.
call-
We grew up in Fayetteville, bro. We don't fuck around like that. We don't-
Listen.
Why? Because they're two white guys from North Carolina.
No, I don't. You know how it goes.
Wait, you guys are white?
But the only thing we ask is you do not drop the M bomb or call anybody the F bomb. You know,
No,
Gotcha,
of
yes.
course not. Of course
Yeah,
not.
never that.
you,
Never
you
that.
can say fuck that person. Just don't
Right.
say
Don't
the
call
other
them-
F bomb.
Don't call them
Of course.
friends, and we're good.
Of course. Don't call them friend.
Gotcha.
I don't
So,
think you have to worry about this.
brother can start and give the outside looking in thing, and then I'll give like the what like happened
Okay.
to me part.
Okay, let's
Oh,
do
you
it.
want me to start?
Yeah,
You
go ahead, man.
you outside
Oh,
looking as
shit.
far as like the
Okay.
gorilla, like because that's a good story too. Him,
Dude,
All
I
right,
will.
all right.
you gotta tell
So-
the colleague like
So Kaide can kind of jump in and like, because I wasn't a part. It was their match. It was a big
Yeah.
4-way. It was Tommy Dreamer, Dave Dawson, Stockade, and the Lariat God. fucking
DJ.
I'm not trying to be
No,
that.
fuck, I'll say DJ Hyde. Fuck him.
Yeah.
DJ Hyde. Fuck. I don't
Jesus
know why
Christ,
I couldn't
DJ
remember.
Hyde.
I don't.
Hilarious.
Wait.
God.
This was
I
what,
swear I'm
what
not
tournament
trying
was
to be
this?
big.
The
What?
Brody Cup.
This was the first Brody Cup. The second
Yeah.
one, nothing ever happened of that one. We don't speak about the second
Who
one.
invited
Yeah.
DJ Hyde?
The promoter was ripping with him.
Vintage Wrestling did
Yeah.
this big show to like tribute Bruiser Brody, and they put all these people like Callahan was there, Tremont was there, a bunch of
Yeah.
guys there, and they did
Okay.
like 4 ways to kind of get the brackets and stuff together.
Okay.
And we were in one 4-way. There was like I think 1 or 2 other ones. Anyway, it was us 4. And go ahead.
Oh no, I mean like so it was this tournament set up by this guy that wanted to pay tribute to Bruce Brody and stuff. And Stan Hansen was there, flew his wife in, all this crazy shit, right?
Abby,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. That shit was crazy, by the way. So it was set up and they were going over their match, and I've never worked with the guy. I mean, Stockade, we love everybody. We know Tommy Dreamer well, so it's kind of just whatever. They're going over stuff and they're getting to like comeback time about like everybody stacking up to I guess that what they were gonna do to get out of the match because it was elimination, right? So apparently DJ Hyde was gonna be the first out. So he's like, I'll do this, and then my brother was supposed to do something where they exchanged like a lariat. He's like, I'll just give you the lariat and then we'll go to the finish there. Well, I'm outside the ring, right, as this match is going on, and it comes time because I heard about when it was coming to be lariat time, and you know they're there, and brother just
Let me pause real quick.
Okay.
Pause real
Yeah,
quick.
sorry.
Right before this,
Hilarious.
Tommy Dreamer's trying to smarten everybody up about and
Well, even before that, we're calling them. I've met these guys, but this is the first time we're working together. Like I worked with Dreamer. DJ does his whole deal. I remember the brothers used the lariat as one of their big moves. DJ goes, "I do a spot since I'm the lariat god. I no sell everyone's lariat, power up, and I lariat you." DJ walks off, and I worked for CZW at the time. I'm whatever. These two look at me and go, "Is this motherfucker serious?" And I was like, well, whatever. So that started this, and then it got worse in the ring.
Lariat God.
Yeah, and Dreamer's kind of letting us know a little bit about him, because they know each other for years or whatever. And he's trying to smarten us up, like try not to, go super complicated because he's not he's not up, he's not up to snuff with everybody else.
Like he wouldn't remember whatever. So that's besides the point. So
Yeah.
then it because I'm on the outside
Looks
looking
like
in.
this
I'm
guy
not
here.
in this match.
What? What did I do?
Like I'm not in the
I
match.
said
So
when you
I'm on
want
the
to
outside of the
call
ring.
shit, when
Oh, yeah,
they want to call shit.
Yeah,
My brother
I
hates calling shit.
I do everything in the ring. I'm old school. I call it in the ring. So when they start calling stuff, I'll be like,
Oh really?
I tell them, I
love
tell them straight
that.
up, I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'll forget.
I love
Don't call too many spots for me. Call it with my brother.
It's crazy because some people, man, it's like start to finish, So
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
I
shit,
wouldn't be
that
able
shit
to.
pisses
I
me
don't.
off.
I don't even remember how I got here. You know what I'm saying? Much less
Fuck yeah.
what you want to do in the
Hey.
second segment of our match. Fuck.
But guys like
Oh.
us, because those guys that call A to Z, they always fuck up. And what happens? Boom, 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 boom. All right, man, get your seat back.
Yeah, for
No,
real.
I love when stuff goes wrong in matches because then
Mhm.
you see who learned how to work.
Who learned how to
You know
work?
what I mean?
Yep.
Exactly.
I love when ropes break halfway through the shows, and I know the rest of the match has got to be. It doesn't happen at a lot, but like I love that shit, man. Just because it shows the guys who are just paint by numbers and the guys who actually know
Paint
are
by
out there
numbers,
trying
I
to
love
do
it.
something.
Yep.
Yeah.
My brother been saying that. But go ahead, go back to that
Getting
story.
back,
Sorry, guys.
getting back to motherfuckers that can't work.
Oh yeah. So it comes.
Damn.
So and we're up north, and we got trained on like just give it how you get it. It's not nobody's tough or none of that. We just know, hey, we're going a different place, and people are probably gonna try to because I'm mind you, I'm not in the match, so I don't fucking what I mean. I'm like a kid in the candy store watching this shit. So it comes time for lariat time, and he fucking just blasts Paul's my brother straight in his face.
Oh.
Larry,
Yeah, he got me right on. He got me right on the nose. So the spot, we're both the heels in the match, and Kaide and Dreamer are the babies. So we do a deal where he's holding Dreamer for me. I run at him. Dreamer moves out of the way, and I bulldoze him. Get up. What the hell? Da 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 da. And then he runs and gives me the deal. So I'm cool with that, bro. And like he said, we're like we like to feel it too because we kind of give it, give it to you. So like I'm expecting it to be a good one. So like I'm giving him my whole shit, and he gets me right across the bridge of my nose. And to me, man, there's a little bit of room for error because I got a beard. So like you can get me here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like up here is way too high, bro. You trying now. So like
how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Yeah, there's no way. There's no reason for him to catch you.
Like
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Should have hit the
unless you were supposed to duck.
Right.
Yeah, I just remember his face.
All that fucking work together shit went out the window, bro. Like we like he said, we grew up in the hood in Fayetteville. So like I know who fucking Hulk Hogan is, and this shit is over with. We're meant like grown ass men right now. So
Hey,
like,
look. I've seen Kaide in the corner like this. I see Tommy Dreamer in the corner like this.
and Tommy looks at me going, "Don't do it, please don't do it."
Dave bumps big off the lariat, bam, and pops up, sits up like the Undertaker. He took a huge bump, bam, off the lariat, sits up like the Undertaker, and looks and says, "Wait till we get in the back, bitch," and lays back down.
I was like, "I'm fucking you up when we get back there, bro." Like I'm
it was just, it was crazy.
And then while as Dave said that, Dreamer crawls to me and goes, "We're gonna have a problem." And then, dude, DJ turned ghost fucking white, and he's like, "We gotta go home. We gotta go home." And he didn't want anything to do with you until he got eliminated. It was the best.
And so I'm very like, hey man, accidents happen kind of guy. So if it was an accident though, but that shit was a little high, so I'm in the back, hot,
Right, and needless to say, it was all taken care of, and what happened needed to be happened, and you know what I'm saying. It's just like and we did welcome to Philly or wherever we were. Right.
It was crazy because he thought that like that get you in the throat, and I was like, "Nah, motherfucker, you hit me in my face, bitch! Like what the fuck?" And that was it. Like other than that,
now he's copping the plea.
Come on, man, like.
They got the full DJ experience in one fucking night. I felt so bad.
It was hilarious, man.
We were sitting in Gorilla, the five of us, and Dreamer just starts going off about Vince and putting him with Kali and all this bullshit. And we're just sitting there listening to Dreamer, and I swear to God, I shit you not, DJ's like, "Yeah, working Dolly, yeah, it's rough." And the three of us just go. And I'm like, this motherfucker is not going to sit. And he starts telling us that he worked Kali in India. And then Dreamer's just egging him on, like, 2000 and this. And it's like, this motherfucker wasn't in the business in 2000 or whatever. Just lying out his fucking teeth.
Man.
Just,
shout out to DJ High, man.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
That's good shit.
We had some good times up north, man.
Let me ask you a question.
Raksha says us old school boys call it in the ring facts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
When Jabroni gets in the match, I just take over, beat the shit out of him. All right, I see you, Raksha.
That's Raksha, baby.
Man,
I don't know if y'all know about the dead man. That's the real dead man, Raksha.
Yeah,
hey,
been dead for 55,000 years.
So you guys from Fayetteville? Who trained you guys?
A guy named Tracy Gilbert.
Tracy Gilbert.
Yeah. He goes by Trey G on the Indies. He got trained by Ivan Koloff, and was it Ricky or? It was like he got some.
It was mainly Ivan. I think he had mainly Ivan training.
That's good training right there.
He's we've talked about him a bunch. He used to run legend shows and book like Tracy Smothers and Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton, and Dennis Condrey. Like we got to
Oh,
work
wow.
with them like numerous
That's
times.
Rest
awesome.
in peace, dog.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man. Like not even realizing at the time who we were working with, and Mr. Hughes, and I got to work Ivan Koloff in a Russian chain match, like stuff like that. Like he put us
Tell that
around,
story.
and this
Tell that
it
story.
was in a
Hey.
little redneck country town in North Carolina, man. Like it was insane. Looking back now, who all we worked with, and
Oh,
that's
shit.
like we had Abdullah the Butcher around
That-
us numerous times.
There's so much legendary talent in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's the
They just
epicenter.
live there. They just live there. So I mean, that's great. That all the legends from the NWA. Hey, let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. When you work with Mr. Hughes, did he talk to you like this and point with his middle finger?
Yeah,
I know.
Man,
Yeah,
I
he does.
remember
Sidewalks? Can you take a sidewalk slam?
You gonna jump real high?
I remember he worked
Yeah.
the show, and I'm not gonna say the guy's name that he worked, but he was supposed to be big dog. I'm the guy out here, right? But gets booked on the legend shows and works Mr. Hughes, and Mr. Hughes tore his ass up in the back.
Dog.
How long you been working, kid? You've been did it. I'm talking, and this guy
He did it just like that.
at least 15 years he was wrestling. He got man.
Healed
He
out.
did that finger.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
he did that
Zane,
finger. Well, yeah,
Zane, we got a
How long you
question.
been working?
How long you been growing your beard for?
Zane.
Oh man, years, way before it was cool to have a beard. I'll tell you that much. And I'm sure everybody tells you like I've had the beard and the man bun before anybody, but for real, way before Duck Dynasty came out, I had this shit.
Yeah, they probably can't see your beard because of the black shirt.
Oh yeah, I got a little something. It ain't like bros.
Yeah,
but
Zane, is it safe
Yeah.
to is it
I'm
safe
try-
to say your brother's the pretty boy in the team there?
I mean, he does
In my shit.
cut his hair and shave and shit. I don't do none of that shit.
if
I
that
got
is a pretty one, then hell yeah, dog.
I got 7 inches of split ends ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Oh,
He's
shit.
ready for whatever a company wants. If you want him to shave his head, he's got you. If you want a damn 6 foot long mohawk on
With
top,
split
he's got
ends, I got you. You know?
That's
So, like,
awesome though, man.
How did you guys come into the NWA? So we talked a little bit about it. You guys didn't really know like what the future was over there when we were talking. Like it was kind of like what show to show you guys were rolling pretty much.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah. go
how
ahead.
we got the look there was we went and worked for Crimson, tried and true down in Tennessee,
Okay.
and we had worked with him and Jax Dane, the War Kings, down here with the company we
Pretty
wrestled
boy
with out
Dave.
here,
Punk
AML.
ass Beatles in here. Shout out punk ass Beatles. He's gonna love that when I clip it up and send it to him.
Shut up. No, so we got on there because we had worked them for the company we wrestled for down in North Carolina, AML Wrestling, and they liked what they what we had with them, so they brought us down there, and we did probably the hottest 6 minutes ever, and
That's all you need, man.
Dave Lagana was there. We started the match with chair shots, and Crimson's like Hogan in Tennessee. So
Crimson, the guy that was in TNA.
yeah. I think his shoot name is Anthony. Is it Anthony Mayweather? Is that his shoot name?
He used to be.
Now?
They had him as Red's brother at TNA, I think.
Yeah, I think he goes by
I just
Anthony
remember
Mayweather now.
Homicide splitting this shit with the fucking with the chair, right? Oh no, that was that him?
No, that was the champ. He did that to what's his name? The guy that's that was the NWA champ for a while.
We got Aldis.
Aldis, yeah, he split Aldis up.
Man, I could have swore it was that big swole dude.
Rob Terry.
Oh,
You
it was
think of
Rob Terry. My bad.
Yeah,
my
he split
bad.
Rob Terry. Yeah.
Sorry.
Man,
But
he
yeah,
was
Sorry,
swole.
Crimson.
We went down there and blew the roof off of the building out there, and Dave Lagana walked up to us, and we were in the back, fresh off the the good match, whatever we had, and he walks up and asks us like what we were doing on this date, and we said whatever the fuck you want us to be doing, bro. Like,
Yeah, like, it was. I mean, it was that like we got the look there, but it was just already like we were just rolling around, and that's all you need is a hot 6, man, to do anything. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But it was like we got
Now,
offered to come up
it
there.
6 minutes with your intros or?
Man, there wasn't any intros.
They got the
Yeah,
big
they-
intro, and we came out there and smoked them with some chairs.
interrupted
Yeah,
it, man. Fucked them up, man. It was great. It was good shit, man. It was good stuff. But like, so we went there, and they had everybody. Like, nobody really had a deal, except for like, you know, the big.
I think there was like only
main guys.
five guys that had deals, right?
Right, right. And I mean, like, they introduced the
five big-
contracted people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That. But I mean, I think it was only for like It wasn't like a multi-year deal type of situation. Like, I'm sure you can write up stuff for a month and a half, 2 months of a contract, you know, per se. But I'm not saying that's what happened. But we didn't have nothing like that, so it was just on a
just paid by appearance.
Yeah, we would go up there and film, you know, 12-hour days, 3 days in a row, and that would be the season of whatever, and then, you know, a couple months later, go up and do it again. And we did that like 2 or 3 times, I think, and that was like the first full year or something like that. But
yeah, we went down there. We went down there thinking that we were just gonna get this one, you know, match that he was talking about, and we got down there, man, and shot 9 weeks of TV in our first day. Like,
yeah, it was crazy.
Damn.
So when you guys got there, first of all, before we go into explain the look, because you guys have an interesting look with your gear. What's the story with the gear and stuff? You know.
The gear now is it's very Bam Bam Bigelow-ish.
Okay, all right.
Inspired, and what we do now, because we have like the full, you know, pretty much spandex, you know, top and bottom set with the trunks and stuff, and we have one side that's flames, where it's pretty much like our Bam Bam Bigelow wrestler tribute side, and then there's the other side of it that's whatever we inspire, as far as like the furry boot for Brody with the tape on it, and like the just whatever you want to wear on the opposite side. But I mean, that's pretty much what we're going for. I mean,
I saw you guys had like a sort of like what was that show with Opie that they went in the woods? No.
Fuck! What the fuck was that?
That they were like in the woods in Kentucky.
Outlanders.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they're like fucking...
So you guys had like sort of that look with to me it looked like that mixed with like kind of Mad Max types thing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like the look.
Another little inspiration we had was we wanted, because we're twins, so we wanted to kind of play off of that, but without blasting it. Like, hey guys, we're twins, so we did like a mirror look, like we're looking at each other in the mirror.
Yeah.
So if we stand, me and him, if we're looking at each other, our
it's like
flames are on the same side. You know what I mean? So like mine are on the left, his are on his right side of his. So if we're, you know, just little tiny things like that we do just to pop each other. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. So you guys get into the NWA, and what they do with you guys in the beginning?
I mean, it was literally just hey, this is what we're doing today kind of thing. There really wasn't any type of super plan or none of that.
You guys went in it with Homicide in Kingston, right?
Yeah, we got to work with them.
Yeah,
you
guys had a good program with them.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, we had to, because it was our first time really meeting them and working with them, obviously. So it was like, hey, what's up, man? Good to meet you. All right, we got to wrestle 6 times in the next, 2 days. So even if, there's short little matches, we want to, and we want everybody to, be cool with what we do and all that good stuff. So it was fun. It was a good time working with them. I love them guys.
Yeah.
They fight like we do.
And then what? It ended up with Loser Leaves Town. Was it? It was.
Yeah. It was
I think they were trying to test a lot of people with a lot of different things. So they were just putting everybody and just seeing how they work. So like we went and did a match where we had to recite Shakespeare because we lost. You know what I'm saying? So we did every kind of spectrum, like of they were just tossing us, like throwing us into situations and seeing how everything worked out. And then it was you know, we did the 3-month thing, and they were just rotating people out, man. I mean, you saw
Well,
how
and the way it ultimately ended was they did the tournament for the TV title, right?
Mhm.
So we fought each other in the tournament. My hand was broken. So I beat him in our match. We had to wrestle each other. And I beat him in the match, but my hand was broken, so I couldn't compete, which took us out of the tournament.
Okay.
And then Dave did a loser, last chance match and got
it was like a big gauntlet match that had a bunch of guys.
6 finishers in a row, and got pinned by everybody. I think.
And then after, did they talk to you guys about coming back, or was it just kind of left up in the air?
I mean, if I'm being real, it was like, it was on some. I mean, it's wrestling. Nobody owes you nothing. So it's I'm sure they're promising you on the way out everything's brother, but like we ain't heard nothing.
Keep in touch with us. So we got
They give you the doors open, and maybe in the future.
I mean, if we're on nights of the damn round table and we're being for real and shooting, though, it was on some like, yo, whatever, but we ain't hear shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they said they'd get up with us. We ain't heard nothing.
No, I mean, it's wrestling, like I said.
But
y'all been in the business long enough. Y'all know how that shit goes.
People sell you, and then they sell you dreams. Oh yeah, we'll get you over here, and nothing happens.
We're gonna give you the belts, guys. Like, come on, shut up.
Oh yeah, we had somebody had an idea to put us with Stockade and do a.
That worked out real fucking well.
Right. Yeah. Oh man.
I got a phone call at like 2:00 in the morning one day from someone that talks very slow and boring. I'll say it was Dreamer, and he's like, "I'm pitching an idea for you and the Dawsons to do like a Wyatt gimmick that won't be fucked up by Vince." And I was like, "All right." So literally the next week, I saw them, and I was like, "Yo, did Dreamer talk to you guys?" And they're like, "Yep, it ain't gonna happen." I'm like, "Probably not." And then fucking nothing ever came of it, as usual.
Follow the buzzards, brother.
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck are we gonna be the fucking Wyatts? I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah.
I'm down. Let's go.
I wanted to ask you guys, because I saw the Facebook commercial, the spider grip gimmick. Is that you guys, or is that like a friend of yours, or?
No, so it's our buddy David Britt. I did some. He's actually
shout out David Britt,
singer. Yeah, shout out David Britt. Spider grip with 2 eyes on spider and grip. Okay.
What is that?
It's a phone grip. Dave, can you display? Got your gimmick ready. What's up, man? Oh, okay. Yeah, so there we go. So it's like a phone grip that it spins 360 degrees, and it's a thing that we kind of a buddy of ours. So he's like a country music singer, and he asked me to do be in a music video with him, and as a wrestler. And I was like, okay, whatever. And he was a super cool guy. So we kept in touch throughout the years, and he was telling me that he invented this phone grip thing, and he wanted me to do a little thing with him at a show. So we hooked up and did a little spot where, let brother throw me over the top and get a big pop from the crowd, right? And it got over huge, and he kept going with it. And we started doing like commercials with him, where like he would get production crews and stuff to come and film us and do little commercials, and we just been doing it ever since with him. And then we went up north and was on a national TV show with him.
Oh shit!
That America's Big Deal or something. It was like the debut episode.
Okay.
Like we were on there with him. Like it just blew up. But yeah, it's a guy named David Britt. Great guy.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool.
And what do you guys? What do you guys been? I mean, you guys have been doing it, right? Like you guys have been traveling the roads now, fucking wrestling every weekend.
We were on there with him. I mean, yeah, as much as we can, as far as COVID permitting,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You guys took a hit when COVID.
Oh yeah, I mean it was pretty much non-existent. I mean it was there wasn't anything, and I mean a lot of venues and stuff were closed and all that good stuff. I mean I didn't stop working. Luckily Terry Funk told us to keep a shoot job. You know what I'm saying? So I had a shoot job the whole time, and it was essential. So I mean, yeah, it sucked.
being essential was
That was the
important at that time, man.
What kind of shoe job do you do, if you don't mind asking?
I'm a delivery driver for a
Okay.
linen company. Like we do all the commercial linens in the city, like chiropractic places and hospitals and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I drove through that whole thing.
and I deliver mattresses, so we just some delivery.
All right,
Hey man, you gotta pay those gimmicks.
Hey,
those bills.
I feel like this is like a reality show waiting to happen.
We're with it, man. We're
That'd
with it.
be dope. The delivery guys, and then they come to your house and beat your ass.
One tag team in a truck. That's what it'd be called. One tag team.
Yeah, there you go.
Or we just show up and beat people's kids. You know what I'm saying? We're disciplinary.
Yeah, there you go.
You ain't pay your bill? Wham!
Yeah. Anything that you need an ass whooping for, we show up.
That's awesome.
We show up in a box truck and jump out in our little uniforms and beat your ass.
Oh shit!
All forms.
So you guys busy every weekend with work now, or now that everything's starting to open back up?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. It's definitely a lot of places. There was places that were.
We try to stay pretty consistent, man. We've been reaching out. We've been working a lot in Georgia lately, and doing some stuff. We're about to get our South Carolina licenses and work down there a lot, because there's a bunch of places down there.
Yeah, we're down to go anywhere.
Pretty good
You know
places
what I'm saying?
too.
I was hearing from, like, we talked to Shannon Moore a couple of times, and he was telling us that Omega was about to open back up. Is any word of that?
I mean,
You guys hear about?
I haven't heard from.
Dude,
I
I know
used to
they-
work for Omega years
Oh,
ago.
back.
Yeah, I did I've done a couple shows with them. They're a good place. I mean, the Hardys are the Hardys. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a question. If you could wrestle any tag team you haven't before, who would you choose?
Brody and Hanson.
Oh, there you go. That's my pick. I didn't know where we were going. If living or dead, them probably now.
Well, you go both.
Yeah, go both, man.
Yeah, I'll go with Brody and Hanson.
What about currently?
And then if obviously, I think FTR would be the one, just because we're real close with them guys, man. They're
Yeah, I was just about.
Yeah.
That's what the next thing I was gonna ask you, because they're from Carolinas too.
Oh man,
Great team, man.
Dax was our like, we lived together. Like, we all lived together and worked together and everything. Like, they're family. Like, them guys are family.
I got pictures with them and my son at an NXT show. Yeah, nice guys.
Yeah, they're great guys, man.
They
literally,
weren't teaming, right? Were they teaming when they were on the Indies or no?
No. We saw Cash in the South Carolina area, and Dax went a lot of different places, you know, other than the one little places that we were at, obviously. But they didn't really team until they got to like NXT. But we all knew each other, everybody. But we were like super, like, we call him KC, but he like lived with us. We lived together and shit. You know what I mean? So,
And then
we're like family with him. Like, he was in our wedding and stuff. So,
Oh shit, cool.
And then, how did you guys feel about? I don't think I've ever asked you this, but I know it's like a Carolina thing. I think it's North Carolina, but that whole the shit High Spots was doing with that freight train dude and those guys, the $5 wrestling. I know those cats are like from your area.
What do you say? I'm gonna get that cooter.
The Burke County boys. Oh, we know all them guys, man. Shout out to the Burke County boys. It was
Burke County boys.
At first it was weird how it started, but what it evolved into was great. You know what I mean? Like, to me, But at first it was kind of strange. But I mean, you got guys like Colt Cabana on it. It evolved into some pretty cool stuff, you know.
The
Freight
funniest
Train's
shit to me,
a great guy. Shout out Freight Train.
the funniest shit to me
Yeah,
will
he's a real nice
always
guy.
and forever be when Lil Donnie was on Heroes of Burke County and he was up under the ring gigging himself, and he's telling Jake, because Jake's filming the shit, and he's asking him, "Did he get it? Did I get it? Get it?" And Jake's filming this guy. It's on YouTube too. And he's like, "Nah, you got to get it again. And he's telling him, and brother is gigging himself silly, like
Coast to coast.
and underneath the
Look,
ring.
I'm sure we were all in the ring with the old timer. And you know, the first time you do that, you say, "Am I good?" And they're like, "Nah, keep going." You know, and
Yeah.
you know what good and well you're doing.
Oh,
It
Well,
was hilarious, man.
I did a show. Do you guys know a guy named Raven Havoc? He's North Carolina, little skinny deathmatch kid.
I'd have to see him, dude.
Yeah,
It sounds familiar. That name.
Yeah.
myself, Tremont Cannibal, we did a show for him that he was doing a deathmatch show, and it had Terry Houston, I think the guy Donnie, and one other guy from $5, and it was, oh my god, dude! Terry Houston. They were like, "Bro, he's the white New Jack." I didn't understand it until I saw him come out.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, fuck.
Is he the one with the yellow camo?
Yeah, the orange fucking. He comes out. He comes out to fucking NWA. He comes out to New Jack's music. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And it was some of
I
the
hope it
most.
was Jeff Hart. I hope
Dude.
you guys met Jeff Hart.
I was going to say
Jeff the Hitman Hart.
Now, boy.
It was brutal, man. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, so like
Yeah, they
I've
brought
learned-
Janela down there.
Yeah, they did. Janela
Oh,
came
Go
down
work
and
Jeff
worked
Hart.
him.
You work Jeff Hart.
At the yeah.
He was the guy that was he the one that got into the fight with the dude that was did the Andrew Dice Clay gimmick, right? What the fuck? God damn it, WWE. You know what I'm talking about? He was with Snooker's kid.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, shit.
Cliff Compton. Cliff Compton.
Was he the one that did the shit with Compton? Okay.
I think it was it.
I think so, because Compton was doing $5 wrestling, wasn't he?
Dude, wrestling is so fucking weird if you think about it. God almighty, man. What the hell? What are we doing? What the hell are we doing with our lives?
You ever work with a guy named Brass Monkey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I worked him. He goes, "Don't worry, when we get out there, my music's gonna play and the crowd's gonna go crazy."
Where did you work with him?
I don't even remember Kenny and Scotty told us we came down to work him. We worked him, a kid named Kazi who was really good.
Yeah, CWF probably.
Probably. Yeah, he was good.
yeah,
and then
Kamikaze Kid. Yeah, that was.
and then another. I don't even know who the other guy we worked, but I remember Brass Monkey.
Was that when me, you, and Monster
and
Mac
Monster
team?
Mac? Yeah, me, you, and Monster Mac teamed up.
Monster
Hey, shout
Mac. I love
out, we got to work with him and Magic.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that was the show I was the agent of, and I was like, what the fuck am I agenting shit for?
He's like, I'm trying to fucking work, man.
The promoter's like, Kaide, I need you to tell these guys what to do. I'm like, I ain't gonna tell anyone. What the fuck? I'm like, what's the finish? You're like,
How much you
okay.
paying me?
Make sure you wear
I'm
that
like-
blazer.
Yeah, he's like, they don't listen to me. I'm like, what the fuck? Just tell them the fucking finish. They'll listen.
They won't listen to me.
Yeah.
God, why is everybody saying fuck?
Damn,
Hey, well-
Stockade.
We used to go down to Carolina, right? With Kenny and Scotty and them, and then we would hang out. You know a guy named Brad Attitude?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, we just did
Brad-
a War Games match with him.
Oh,
yeah,
shit, he's
hey.
still working?
Yeah,
I gotta get
we
it.
did.
A week
We
ago,
did.
yeah.
I'm gonna get his number from you guys when we're done. So we go down there and we hang out with him, and like he had this house where all the boys lived at, and one of his boys' girlfriend managed a strip club out there in Greensboro. And like at the end of the night, everybody would go to his house, and it'd be off the chain. They had the pool table, the beer pong, everything. It was like a frat house. It was like anytime we went down
It
there,
was a
we hung
party.
out with them. We hang out with them, and they. I don't know if you guys. I guess you guys might. You play the game Buffalo. that drinking game called Buffalo that they invented?
I've never played that with them. We've
Oh,
hung
man.
think so.
out there, but I've never played Buffalo with them.
Yeah, so this game, it costs a nickel to join, and if you get caught drinking, anytime you drink, it has to be with your left hand. If you get caught drinking with your right hand, you have to down the drink.
Okay.
Man, we would get caught Buffalo so many times, man. People were throwing up. It was,
That
I
sounds
threw
like my
up.
Good
kind of
time,
game,
though.
though.
So, who are you guys working for in North Carolina now? You guys still doing a lot? I know you guys do AML, but are you guys doing a lot more over there, or out of the state more?
Yeah, we
We're
work
doing-
for PWF, Premier Wrestling Federation. It used to be Steve Carino's company.
Okay.
And then he passed it on to his protege. And him and Kobe, is it Kobe and him running it, or just Jake?
I would imagine.
If you guys work for a guy named Manny Mac,
Manny Mac.
he
No,
ran. Lodi works for him. He ran the Bojangles. I worked for him when they did the Colt 45 gimmick.
You talking about the ex-WWE guy?
Dude, they flew me down, dude. I don't fucking know.
I think those are the guys that did the Bojangles rest.
They did a show with Bojangles. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
they're still running. We hadn't worked for them yet.
Mm-mm.
Yo, shout
so
out
they
to
would-
Bojangles Chicken. That's,
Fuck
Yeah,
Bojangles
for
chicken.
real.
that
So
shit
they're willing to fly
Bro.
Stockade in, but they weren't willing to book y'all and y'all local. Damn.
God damn.
They don't
My
do
bad.
death matches.
We're trying to
dude.
get we're trying to get up the Stockade level, you know.
They're real wrestlers, bro. They don't need to work with that garbage shit like I do.
It's one of them
Hey,
deathmatch
listen.
shits. Okay.
George South is the most old school guy I've ever met in my life, and but he just did a death match with Kobe Carino at WrestleCade.
Oh
And
shit.
killed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
talking
man
about
could go.
Killed it. And he's take this claw and let's work this claw for 20 minutes. Like that's how George is.
There you
But he
go.
went out there and they killed it, man.
I love his jacket. His jacket is awesome. That jacket he wears to the ring with all the logos that
Look,
that he won
George said
copyrights
if
for.
you're an artist, you could. George said if you're an artist, you could draw on anything. So any type of match he could do. And I was like, you're right. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
That's
hate
why
it.
he said yes to the death match, because that's what he said. It doesn't matter what canvas you're on, as long as the artist is good. Doesn't matter what paintbrush you use or whatever.
Dude, they killed it. It was great.
I think Ric Flair complimented the hell out of him. So he's a great worker.
Oh yeah, he does in all his books, man. He always talked about George.
Mhm.
And there's like a 45-minute match somewhere where like it's George and him at a TV because George would tell George tells stories and we just sit there and just listen to it, and you know what I mean. And he's talked about where Flair would come in and walk by guys and just pat them and tell them get up and go to lock up with them, and that's who he would see, who he'd work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, that night, because he would always say, and I mean, he's like Ric Flair's Ric Flair. Like he would show up hour or two before the show or match, and you knew you were going to go an hour with him, and he never called a thing. He would just walk by you and pat you, get up, and lock up with you. And if you liked your lockup, then you got to work Flair that night. So
That's awesome.
I guess Flair, he would always I guess Flair liked my lockup. But yeah,
That's awesome.
The best in the business to ever do it. Love George and have it. I mean, he's trained all their kids,
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fucking cool as fuck, man.
yeah.
So who was your some of your influences growing up? I mean, because you live in that mid-Atlantic territory.
Yeah. We I mean, honestly,
Don't tell me the Ultimate Warrior.
We were born in California and we moved to Fayetteville when we were 7. So we found wrestling super early, but it was all the big flashy, Macho Man, Big Boss Man kind of characters that we were always whoa, what is why is Papa Shango look like that? You know what I'm saying? Like those types of characters always like so people like that. I mean, the obvious like Hogan's is what drew everybody in because that's what he was supposed to do. But watching it like Jake Roberts and you know what I mean, like people like that. But whenever we got into the business, we had to study everybody. So it goes, you know, I'm a super old school Ox Baker kind of guy myself.
Ox Baker, man. I
He's
remember
yeah.
meeting him.
Yeah,
years
he
when I
was on a
first
lot of
started.
shows with us when we first started.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
man, I would have
Yeah.
loved to meet him.
we
His
got a lot of
eyebrows were bald.
we got a lot of
Go ahead,
inspiration
brother.
from his promos too, because he was like straight, I'm gonna ball this fist up and I'm gonna punch you in your face. And like he was very it made promos so easy to us because we were like, it's that easy to just
Well,
man.
to me, to the kids, he didn't have to do nothing. Like the way his facial hair was cut was just like,
Yeah.
okay, that guy's mad or mean.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
don't
his
even have
fucking
to.
eyebrows were like,
Seriously, like just the way that he looked, like he was probably so easy to deal with like kids that came to shows. He just rah and they would scream and stuff. I love that. I'm gonna grow mine out like that one day.
Gary Hart is king.
Just work kids.
Oh shit.
That's punk ass Beetle again. Comment, man.
Shout
Oh,
out
man.
Beetle.
So what are you guys trying? I mean, so you guys got 18 years in. You guys never tried to try out like at the performance center or nothing like that, or never thought about it.
I mean, I had a tryout in 2014. When I years. I mean, that's obviously years ago. But yeah, I worked Kevin Steen. It was
Okay.
the same tryout when Kevin Steen and Roderick Strong and ACH and Rocky Ramiro. I mean, everybody was in our class, it seemed. But yeah, I got like the maybe email. You know what I mean? But it was dope. Don't get me wrong. It was the craziest thing I'd ever been a part of. Like it was so intense. Like it was one of the last classes that like Bill DeMont was there. You know what I mean?
Unless you guys got ran
But-
through the ringer.
Yeah, it was insane, man. Like the first day, and I don't think they had like a set plan. Now they have like a a strict
you need to
schedule
do
of
so
how
much.
they do. Yeah, so but there it was just like, hey, okay, everybody ready? Let's go. Like it was just kind of like I think they were still trying to figure out like how they were doing everything. But I mean, they told us at the end like it was like the best class that they had, obviously with all the names in there and stuff. But I always tell Kevin Steen I'm gonna get him because he took my spot. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it was nuts though, man. Like them dudes,
You just made him look good enough so he got his damn job. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, so you worked him in that match?
Yeah, like it was the
Ah,
first
shit.
day. The first day was pretty much calisthenics, like where it was like line up and we're doing all kinds of bumps and rolls and just stuff I ain't never even seen in my life. But I was just not quitting or and that's what they look for, I think. But it was insane and but guys were dropping and people were getting. Oh, Willie Mack was there. My homeboy Willie Mack, man. Every time I see him, he's like,
he got signed and then he never aired.
yeah, it was crazy, man. Like he was super cool too. Whenever I met him, but every time I see him, he kind of looks at me. I'm like, it's from the tryout, man. He's like, that's right. What's up, man? And like we know each
Oh,
other.
like
But
you.
I'll be
like Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Oh no. I was gonna go through the second there, but what were you gonna say?
No, I was going to talk about Rocky Romero for a second. Like he's been around for so long too, and
Yeah.
he's probably one of the most underrated workers in this
Man.
business.
Dude, I love Rocky Romero.
He is
And
so
I'll
talented.
tell you what, him and Roderick Strong have like the biggest gas tanks for wrestling I've ever seen. Like they just didn't get tired. Like they did these things, the grape squisher things at the end of everything where you go in the corners and you do the knee ups pretty much to the second turnbuckle, and they would make us all do it at the end as like the send home or whatever. And them two were always the ones at the end, man. And Rocky Romero was just, man, he never looked tired. Like he's insane. I love some Rocky Romero, man. Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, for me, one of the guys that I know that's always had one of the best gas tanks. We talked about murder before we got on. That's Homicide, man. That dude can go for fucking ever, man.
Yeah,
he's a machine.
Dude, you wouldn't expect it, but he can go all day, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like, and I think that comes from like the longevity of being, you know what I mean, like being in the game so long and being in the situations like that for so long. It's just like normal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like the schedules that them guys have. Yeah, the schedules them guys have keep their lungs like that. So it's nothing to them, you know what I'm saying? But no, it was crazy. Like the second day we did like a CrossFit workout and then we did matches. A lot of the guys from Ring of Honor had to like leave early because they had a show either that Saturday or Sunday. So they had to like leave early. So yeah, like William Regal walked up and was like, I want to see you and Steen. Is that okay? I was like, yeah. What do you mean? Is that okay? Like, I'm here to do whatever y'all want. And it was a good match. Like, we had a real good match. I got to see Dax whenever because he was hurt, actually. And I saw him, like, he came in and rehabbed on one of the breaks. And, you know, I was like, I think I'm about to wrestle Kevin Steen. And he's like, "Oh, that'll be cool, sweet." So, I mean, we had a good match. It was
really cool too because you got to do promo class with Dusty Rhodes. God rest his soul.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
It was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was Sunday.
So they only had one of y'all go, not both.
Well, this is at a time
I had some probation stuff going on back then.
Okay.
Not in 2014.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't know why.
No, we were doing a singles. We were doing a singles run at the time, and I got the invite at a random ass time. Like it literally happened all like it was destiny kind of stuff because I just split with an ex, moved back to Fayetteville, and like I was like, what the heck? And then I started working with Lizard Lick Towing, like the TV show.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, it was crazy. And then I got called for the tryout, and I was like, yeah, man, screw that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Thinking it's like some I'm moving up type shit. And yeah, it just didn't happen. But yeah, it was crazy. It was a good ass experience, man. Like I'll never forget. It was the hardest thing I've ever done physically.
And we have a conversation on the show regularly about retiring. You guys believe wrestlers ever really retire? And how would y'all want to go out when it's time?
Dave, you want to answer that first?
Hopefully with some damn extra money in the bank.
There you go.
As far as retiring, I think you got to never say never, because if somebody offers you enough money, you're gonna go and do something. You're gonna go do something. You're gonna go give somebody some stun or something. You know what I mean? Like, but as far as us retiring, I mean, is I don't know. Maybe loser shave your damn beard or some shit. I don't know. Loser retires and shit.
Wait, what?
That's how way out. You're clean shaven.
It better sell some damn tickets. I know that.
Nah, under no circumstance does the beard get cut. What is wrong with you, man?
No, they'll cut your brother's beard, right? And as they
there you go. Okay,
they go to cut his beard, like they get midway through the beard, the clippers break.
Remember that shit happened. We were wrestling.
I'm like this.
Who the fuck was that? Molson, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We were wrestling this dude, Moondog Molson, and we had to part of the deal was we had to shave his beard, and fucking went to use the clippers, and the clippers broke like halfway through cutting his beard off. Like fuck, boy.
Only in wrestling that would happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They forgot to charge the Clippers.
No, it actually broke because those were my fucking Clippers. You motherfuckers had to use.
And they didn't pay you for a new pair, did they?
No, of course not.
That wasn't me.
But you know what?
This year.
But you know what? I used them on my balls beforehand, so.
Nice.
He's like, fuck it, y'all using my Clippers. I'm getting one last piece out of it.
Hey, shit.
One last shade out of it.
I don't know about the retiring thing. Like he said, if anybody, pulls out enough money, Shawn Michaels will come back and wrestle Bret Hart for enough money. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think what is the old school thing to leave your boots in the ring? But
nah, for me, I felt like I was done, and then I was like, you know what? I can't. Take some time off, come back refreshed.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with time off. You know,
keep that bump card.
Man,
refreshed.
It's real. That shit is real.
I had to renew my bump card.
Find a way to keep that itch itching. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta find it.
Fuck yeah.
Well, and we're about now getting older. We're more. I wish I'd have learned how important like the storytelling aspect of wrestling was. Because now that's all I'm about wanting to do.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy because like I tell guys that now. Like I remember coming up with training under Mikey, and he's like, "Listen, man, you got a bump card." I'm like, "What the fuck,
Yeah.
And now I'm like, "Fuck, I don't want to take a bump. I just want to fucking tell a bullshit story."
Because this jackass was bumping on center blocks.
Yeah. Hey, look,
yikes!
I had to make a name, brother. I couldn't be like you motherfuckers killing people with homicide.
Bro, I used to I used to watch him, and I see him get slammed on the open chair. Like on the back of an open chair, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! And I would message him. I'd be like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay."
What are you
man,
doing?
I'm just checking on you, man. I said,
What are you
"Be
doing,
safe,
bro?"
Just be safe, bro.
Hey, look, and that's Streamer's fault. He got hot at me, but it's that motherfucker's fault.
And
Hey, look,
I know
I'll tell you,
Kate since the beginning. So when he first started,
I think it froze up.
he froze.
Sorry, when
there we go. We're good.
Dreamer's the reason for it all. He's the one that started all this shit.
He is, man. That motherfucker got hit by a
Jordan
bus.
Johnson. Dave, how do you drop kick so high? Where did your ups come from?
This Beetle dude again. Beetle, look, we know you're listen, Beetle, we'll give you just a second of the show, okay? We know that you're such big fans of us and that you can't stop calling us on video chat. Just listen, okay?
Hey, look. Speaking of
Springs in my shoes, that's how my damn drop kicks are, Beetle.
Speaking of bump card, I worked Tremont for Gimmick Tree, and
that's right.
We were going like I was like, hey, whatever you want, brother. I'm blah 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 blah, and he's like, oh, we can do some old school whatever, and started naming off some stuff, and I'm like, I'm completely cool with that, and he's like, oh, you're speaking my language. Like I don't know if he thought I was gonna come in like, I want to hit 3 brain busters on you, brother, on the floor. Or
Dude, you know what it is, man? Like, so many guys come in. Like, when I went to North Carolina, they were all like, "Oh, like, can we do all this?" And they want to do weapons and chairs. It's like, motherfucker, it's a work, man. It's a fucking work,
bro. Like, it's Mark. I was like, and he mentioned Memphis, and I said, "That's my middle name," and he's like, "Oh, thank you so much, brother." And like, we had the most old school match ever. Like, he beat me with a splash off the top. Like, it was the most, it was another hot 6-7 match. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dope, though.
In a fucking ice cold building with hardly anybody there. That was
man.
So we got your new gimmick when you turn on your brother. You'll be Memphis Dawson. You'll be all flashy and shit.
There you go.
maybe we bedazzle your beard,
Yeah. I'll do the big pinwheel fucking punch. Bam.
There you go.
It'll be the heart punch. Do the heart punch. With your damn
awesome, man. Awesome. I love it. Hey, man, this is great, man. Shit. I'm fired up. I want to. Let's get the Ayala brothers versus the Dawson brothers. Let's do this.
Hell's Goodman, man. They're in North Carolina, bro. They're a car drive from Florida.
Yeah, what's it? The Ugly Ducklings came. That we worked the Ugly Ducklings.
Oh man, those are good brothers, man.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
cool dudes.
they're some nice dudes.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
Yeah, they're
cool
good.
shit,
Did you work
man.
with Lance? Did you work with Lance or?
It was all three of them.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
we
all
worked
three of
with
them.
Lance.
Oh, fucking
That's
the
my
Big Brother
dude.
came. I know he like quit
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh, but that was before COVID.
Oh,
we, worked,
okay, okay.
we worked them right
Yeah,
before
yeah.
COVID shut everything down.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're awesome.
we had them up with the last Modern Vintage show we did. We got to see them, and we
The
had
last modern vintage show ever, brother.
Oh, is that
God
right?
dang it!
I think so, man. I don't know, bro. That
We-
motherfucker
Yeah.
disappeared.
we almost went to jail in Philly because they
No, we didn't.
yeah,
Philly, we love you. We did.
That was that weird ass
Two
building
states are
in the middle of Philadelphia, right?
yeah.
No, that was at the seat. That was at the seat. Like,
Or was it CCW?
They said they had
yeah, I think it was.
they said they had like it was like a 16-team gauntlet match. They had a tag team gauntlet match, and bro, so you imagine like how.
So
and I
what
think
do you think about their match? What do you think about working with them?
They're
You like the Ducks?
I like them, but they call everything.
They call a lot.
They call
a
everything,
lot.
and I just let
who
I
were
just
those
let
other cats that were in the
I
match?
don't know some
Something Inc. I can't remember their name. There was some younger black dudes, pretty good. They were good too.
They were good
They
too.
all did some really good high spots, but
Who was it?
they sat there and called everything.
Who else did we work with? It was them and Dirty Blondes, right?
The Dirty Blondes, yeah. It
Ah,
was a four-way.
So
It was a
Dirty
four-way
Blondes,
with
yeah.
them, and they were good. And
Dirty Blondes are like
everybody
me.
was
They
good,
call
man.
it
Dirty
in the
Blondes are
ring.
great, man. They big boys. They do their thing in the ring, and but yeah, man, I thought they were all pretty good. You know, everybody in the match was solid, and
Yeah, good.
like, dude, for me, I used to like doing all kinds of shit in the match and killing myself and taking everything and getting killed. Now I'm like, dude, I've been doing this shit so long. I'm fucking. I got gray in my beard, you know.
Man.
I'm like, man, I don't even know how long I started in '99, you know, and these kids are all young,
Man.
and they're like, do this. I'm like, hey, slow down.
It's crazy too. The new generation, they never probably like here's a quick story. Wrestle K, George Southworks, Heath Slater from former WWE guy.
Yeah.
And he's a WWE product. So like he started in there and like trained up with them. And George Southworks 100% on the fly. He goes out there and you can hear him calling the match to you while he's out there wrestling. And Heath had never called a match on the fly ever in his whole career, and he's been to the moon.
Oh damn, really?
Kaide was the first match that he ever had on the fly, bro, with George South. It's crazy.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I was like, I bet he's calling every fucking match now on the fly. Like it's so easy.
Shit, I wrestled Nigel McGuinness, right? And he's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, hey man, we'll go out there. What the finish? And I said, we got this. Man, we went out there. I just wanted to film because I like that style, the British style. So I just went out there and I matched him move for move, and man, me and him tore it up. Me and Nigel, and that's the way that's the way you do it, man. Tell a story.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you don't know what you're gonna do until they tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's how the old timers did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like to feel the crowd.
Absolutely.
Because
George says all the time. Yeah, George says all the time. How you gonna know what to do next until they tell you? Like guys go out and plan up everything, but like if you go out there and they don't like none of that, then what are you gonna do? Continue to give them that, or switch lanes and go to something different? So like he always says, like, how you gonna know what you want? How can you know what to do until you go out there? You know, he's always flabbergasted about it. It's a different world.
Or when a spot gets fucked up and then they don't know what the fuck to do because the spot got botched and they want to try and do it over again. It's like,
do it again. I love that,
bro. Bro.
Man, see, that's the difference between somebody who was trained to take over and work the match for the match instead of you know, just man, I gotta get this in.
Rehearsal.
That was my favorite, teaming with Whipwreck. I got a crash course and fucking calling it on the fly, teaming with him. But we would work some guys, and they would call like A to Z, like young guys. And I remember Mikey would be like, "Watch this," and he'd tie up with him. And he'd go, "What are we doing?" And just act like he didn't know the whole match, and just make them fucking their faces would just drop, and they would just be like, "Go."
Yeah. The guy that trained us, Trey G, you weren't allowed to go wrestle, like take bookings or go be on shows until you could do a whole match on the fly against him.
That's
he
awesome,
would lock up with you, and like we all worked with each other every week, so we knew how to call it because he trained us that way. So whenever we get in there, he's just like looking at us like
it's a lost art, man. It really is a lost art, man.
Like, so you have to know. Yeah, exactly right. It is like it's not when everybody can be taught, I guess, how to do it, but once it's lost, man. It's crazy.
It's not organic. It looks contrived and like a stunt show. Like you watch on TV, it's like guys waiting for dives and guys waiting for this and that. It's
Well, you know the guys who are out here making people feel. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like it's has nothing to do with what you can do. It's about like that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like when earlier in the show when we were first talking about that match that y'all have with DJ, how you said y'all wait to see how other people work, because that's the way my brother always told me. Because my brother was like, listen, you know, whenever we were teaming up and we were wrestling, like especially like names, hey, see how they want to work, because we were always known for being stiff, but it was more of a but it was more of a
snug.
You know, we were snug, but that was just the way we were trained.
Don't let them lie to you. My first time seeing these fuckers live, Mikey brings them in. Mikey sells them to, like, I didn't work them. They're in this big 5-on-5 war games type match. Mikey sells this to him like, yo, these guys roll with homicide. You know what that means? And I'm like, okay. I'm not even a year into training, right? Not even a year into training. Me and this other guy, Spinelli, we're holding the one side of the cage up. These two motherfuckers concerto this big 6'6", 350-pound motherfucker and split him fucking from California to New York in the back of the head. It was like a zipper. And they just stood there, and it was like the most horrific thing. I'm literally 17 years old going, fuck this shit.
See, hold on. I'm going to tell you what Buddy told me beforehand, right? Buddy said, hey, LowRyda, man, you're small. Make sure you bring that chair shot. I'm not going to sell it. Okay.
Famous last words.
So I fucked him hard as hell. And then once I hit him, my brother went to go and he got fucking scared and he was like, whoop.
He dropped his head.
He dropped his head. It was just like
the lip of the chair is what got him.
He had like a sad on his head, the skin folded down.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh shit, let's concerto him and let's get this shit home. Take it home. But
that's
man,
right.
that was our thing. Like my brother always told me, he's like, hey, don't go out there and stiff anybody unless they fucking
especially like legends, because you know how legends will try you. They'll fucking try you in the ring. So we work.
I'll tell you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we work Mexico's Most Wanted, Damien and Halloween, and bro, as soon as at XPW, and I go, hey, don't hit them hard unless they let them hit us first. Boom! As soon as they came out the door, bam! I looked at him. I was like, let's fucking go. And, and you know, we gave it right back to them. But fucking Halloween tried to kick me in the fucking back of my head as hard as he could and broke his foot on my head.
Oh shit! Dude, we wrestled C.W. Anderson and Steve Carino one night.
Yeah, C-Double bring it.
Yeah, and we love those guys, man. We've been around them for so long. I've wrestled CW more times than I can remember. But, like, so we were wrestling them two as a team, and everybody kept coming up to us and saying, like, hey, man, just so you know, like, give it to them like how they give it to you. And we're like, all right, man. Like, we've been in the business for a while at the time. So we were like, okay, like that's how we were trained to give it how you
Right.
get it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
No, and
So we're
everybody
like,
kept coming up saying they kept referencing
yeah,
like they like that Japanese stuff. They like the Japanese
yeah, like,
strong style.
That's Steve.
Okay,
That's Steve.
like all
so we're
right,
like,
we get it.
duh, like we get it, we understand. And then like the fourth or fifth person come up to us, like, hey, just so you know, if they give you a stiff shot, like give it right back to them. Like, all right, dude, look, like we get it. We were like, you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
go in there and call the match with them, and they have names for all their tag moves, which is pretty cool. But like, so they call whatever, and we go out there, and they're like two of the lightest people we ever got in
Yeah.
the ring with. And I'm like, were y'all fucking trying to rib us or what? Like, 'cause
Yeah,
this shit
they
is
wanted
weak,
y'all to
like,
hit them for no.
yeah. Like,
That's
brother, we
great.
came here to work, man. This is like the jig is up. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Uh,
Yeah,
Hey
speaking
guys,
of
we're gonna start.
CW, man,
Go ahead, bro.
we've been running with him for the past year and a half with this big old feud we got down here. We actually got a tag team Texas death match coming up here in the next few weeks.
Well,
There
who?
you
With
go.
Carino and
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Anderson?
awesome.
CW Anderson and Preston Quinn, the Extreme Horseman.
Okay. All right.
oh
That's
yeah, no, we ran Steve Carino out alone a couple of years back.
Yeah, he
Hey
went down the
guys,
block.
we're gonna start wrapping up now. Hey, what you got coming up besides this match with the Extreme Horsemen? What else you guys got coming up?
Man, we got a title defense in Georgia for Viral Pro Wrestling.
Georgia.
Dave, you know that? The date
Yeah, I think
escapes
that's
me for some
April.
reason.
That's April 16th for Viral Pro. We got a tag title defense. We're the tag champs out there. AML, I think, is March 26th. Tag title match. That's the Texas Death match against C-Dub and Preston Quinn, and then
Yeah, we got a ton of stuff coming up. PWF coming up. I mean, everybody can just follow us online, and they can get all that info if they're
And
anybody's
those are your
wondering.
handles there. Your names there.
Yep. Zane
All right.
Dawson on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff, and
yep,
at
Dawson Brand
Dawson Brand
PW.
PW.
All right.
Awesome, man. Appreciate
Listen,
it.
man, we definitely appreciate y'all coming on. Hopefully, we can catch up with y'all in the ring, or even if y'all want to join us again on the show, we'd love
Yeah,
to have y'all
definitely have
back.
you back on.
Absolutely.
You know, you guys
Oh, yeah,
you
man.
guys seem like y'all are great people to be around, and you know,
Maybe you
we'd
come
love
down
to
with
catch up with y'all.
Maybe you come down with Kenny when he comes down to go fishing with us.
There it is. Well, I love
Hell yeah,
fishing.
we need to get up north, man. We need to get up north. We love
Well,
it up there.
We down
they're-
here
We're in Florida. Yeah,
they're
we're
in
in Florida
I'm
now.
up north.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in Florida now.
Well, we still
we
need to
can
come
get
see our
Florida.
buddy, fucking formerly known as fucking Stockade. up
Bro,
there.
listen, man. I've been talking to promoters, man. I actually got to hit you guys up. So don't worry, I'm working on it.
All right, guys. Let's
Well, guys, thank y'all for coming
thank you for
on.
coming
We're gonna
on.
pay some bills,
Fuck yeah.
and we do appreciate y'all, guys.
Hey, I'm gonna get in
Appreciate
touch
that.
with you guys. I'm gonna shoot you my number.
Cool, man.
All right,
Good
brother.
talking
Hi,
to y'all.
guys.
All right, man.
Thank y'all.
Later, y'all.
Appreciate it,
Hellvape.com.
guys.
Hellvape sells healthy vaping alternatives. All their products
Yeah.
have no nicotine, harmful addictive chemicals. Pick yourself up some of their vape and pod products using our code MWAPOD for that 10% discount.
All right. For all your athletic needs, go to sleeves.com. Use the promo code NWAPOD for your 10% discount.
MWA.
Hey, guys. That was the Dawsons, man. Great tag
Yeah,
team.
Awesome
First time
dudes,
us.
man.
Yeah, awesome dudes. First time us
Yeah.
meeting them. Yeah, I want to do business with these guys. So
Yeah, you guys would be money
yeah,
with them, dude.
yeah, I think we'd be money
We'd
with
be
them.
absolute money with them.
Hey,
Tune
see
in
us
next
week for
Where
Foxy.
Boom. Live
Yeah.
next week,
That's-
Wednesday.
Foxy was my
PM.
first crush in wrestling when I got into the business.
You know, she's the one that got.
No.
She's the one that got
Yeah.
away from me.
Is she?
Yes.
And then she wound up with
Wow.
Damien. I guess
She didn't know it though.
she made. I was gonna say she made the right choice.
Yeah, she did.
Well, guys, thank y'all again. Everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And tune in next week, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. See you, Foxy.
Awesome.
Yep. Peace.
Later, guys.
10, 9.